thank you for coming out to the 2015 kickoff for the DC One Fund campaign. I would like to thank our 2015 DC One Fund campaign chair, Deputy Mayor Brenda Donald, Tony White Richardson, the union and labor representative, Barry Lenoir, president of the United Black Fund, and Rosie Allen Herring, who is president of United Way of the National Capital Area. I also want to thank all of the agency directors for helping to make this year's 2015 campaign a huge success. Our goal this year, as you heard earlier, is $1 million. And I'm very confident that we can reach that goal. As you can see, the DC One Fund Committee is off to a great start. I also want to thank those DC One Fund Fair Share givers who pledged between 1% and 3% of their annual salary via payroll deduction. Their names are scrolling on the screen behind me, so thank you for your generosity. Very soon, a DC One Fund agency coordinator will contact you to discuss the details of this year's campaign and to talk to you about how you can make a contribution to the DC One Fund. Donations can be made here today or through another agency fair. You can pledge online, which is preferred. You can also donate via credit card or cash throughout this campaign. So I ask that you join me in giving to this very, very worthy campaign. Thank you again for your generosity, and now I would like to bring up Deputy Mayor Brenda Donald.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm keeping my eye on here because I want to make sure my name shows up because I was a fair share giver. So thanks everybody for coming. We are really excited to launch this year's DC One Fund. I got asked to do this because last year, those of you who were here know that, that I was the co-chair behind our wonderful leader, Tom Faust, who is Director of Department of Correction, right? And we were kind of asked to do this because Department of Correction was the #1 agency. But Child and Family Services Agency was right behind. We were #2. And it really is the commitment of, oh, you see my name? All right, thank you. But it really is the commitment of everybody who participates, all of our wonderful agency coordinators. We asked that this be a competition, right? So it really is one that we're all racing to the top. And there's never a year when the need is less. We know, we live in this community, we work in this community, we serve this community. My role over Health and Human Services, certainly all of the agencies and the clients that we support rely on so many services of the many hundreds of agencies that are part of this campaign. But everybody in this room has some connection to some agency that is part of this wonderful campaign, whether it's a family member, whether it's an arts program that you participate in, whether it's something you like doing, it's someone you know. I defy, and I'm going to ask you, come see me if after you've gone through all of the fabulous organizations, come see me if you tell me that there's no connection ever in your life. It's impossible. So you have the opportunity to support the organizations who are doing what you're passionate about or who have contributed to your family to support your services. It's the way we as a community fill in those gaps And a lot of our nonprofit organizations have seen declines in funding. Some of our big foundations have gone out of business over the last few years. We had a recession. We have all sorts of, and they're doing a lot more with less. And this is a way of filling in. It's also a way, as we as government agencies know, we can't do it alone. We rely on those partners. So we have a campaign now. Our mayor has said that she is committed that this government, this new Bowser administration, is going to deliver $1 million to the DC1 fund. That's what our mayor said. And we are challenging all of our agencies to achieve your goals, to exceed your goals, to give, and to have fun doing it. Yeah. Because you all don't want us to keep nagging you, right? We're going to come around because we are holding ourselves accountable. Some of you know how to make it fun, right, Keisha? CFSA knows how to make it fun. And we have lots of agency activities. We have people with the experience in doing this. So they'll help you. They'll mentor you and everything. But let's do it. Let's do it quickly. We'll have little competitions for who gets their pledges in first, who meets their target first, who has the highest percentage of fair share givers. We have lots of ways that people can be rewarded and can say, I did my part. But right now, I'm asking everybody in here to raise your hands and say, you're going to do your part. We're going to get to $1 million so our mayor can be proud, and she can be proud because she knows that those dollars will go to organizations and individuals who really need that help. So are you with me? Yes. With our mayor. Thank you. Thanks, Sandra.
I get to do all the commercials. But this is a good commercial. You know when you got on the email the save the date? I understand save the date went out, and in no time they had $20,000. Okay? And everybody had not received, the code to pass the whole, everybody had not received that just yet. But then when I get here, I'm informed we are at $37,000. So give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. And you can take this information back to your agencies and your directors, and it's really funny because I need to explain to you all my position. I'm a union person, which means I manage nobody but myself. So I get to say things that managers can't say. Okay? And one of those things are, not only do I want you to give, but I expect for those that are in the MS status, match my pledge. My name's been on here for several years in the 1% of fair share giver. So roll with me. Say, how you like me now? But the second part of that, and yes, I gotta give a shout out, because I do have a kind of manager that I live with. And I gotta kind of thank him, because he lets me give his 1%. So 1 + 1 = 2. So 2% is coming out of my household. Yes, Mr. Richardson, this is your 2 seconds of fame. So here's the other challenge. If you have a spouse that also works for the district government, get their 1% too. Okay? It's not hard. Look, folks, let's talk about some facts. We're getting a 3% raise in October. And your mama told you don't spend it till you get it. Well, you're going to get it in October. You can go on the computer the next day and you can pledge it because you got it now. So I really want us to look at this. I always tell people I think of what I spend at Starbucks. I think about what I spend at my favorite burger joint, Z Burger. I'm a hamburger fiend. If I give that up, I got my 1%, and I might lose a little weight in the process. But we can do this. So I just want to put, like I said, we're having fun, but I want to throw a few things out there. The other thing I think that you need to see before I sit down, Brenda came up, but I think you need to see the team that's behind this. We just need to do a quick intro. Secretary's office, Vaughn, stand. You got to come up here. No, we're not formal. Come up, honey. Come up. Come up. From her office, we also have Joy Holland. I call it Joy. Joy, where are you? Is she here? James Gaston, come on up. I want y'all to see the players. Victor. Then we have United Way Chris, Barry, Rosie. Come on up. I just want you to see the team. Barry, I just want you to see who's behind the scenes. You know, when you get those emails and you get that information, these are the people that are helping to generate it. See, Brenda and I are on the front going, let's go. We're the rah-rah team, right, Brenda? We're the rah-rah team. But these are the individuals that have to push the buttons and make the data that makes us be able to push out information and make us rah-rah. The thermometer is coming back, okay? We just didn't get it out there yet. But it is coming back because we need to see how we rise. I want to thank you all.
Okay, so we are so excited and really honored to have our leader, our mayor, Muriel Bowser, who really is the chair, so I'm like the backseat chair of the DC One Fund Drive, and she told us to step it up. We came in with a slightly more modest goal. She was like, you got to do $1 million. She's totally behind this, behind us, encouraging us to do our best. She's here today, committed to this DC One Fund Drive. She's holding us in the cabinet accountable and all of our agencies, and is really proud of the partnership with our labor management folks. So with no further ado, Mayor Bowser.
It's really great to be here, and I want to thank Tony and Brenda. Give them a big round of applause for their leadership. And I'm always happy to be with my friends at the United Way and Rosie Allen Herring. There she is. Give her a big round of applause. And Barry Lenoir from the Black United Fund. Please give him a big round of applause. So Brenda's right. We have some work to do. It is work for a good cause. So when we look around this wonderful city of ours, we're really lucky to call DC home, and we're really lucky to have great jobs in DC government, aren't we? I know I appreciate mine. I appreciate mine. And when I go out to neighborhoods and talk to residents, they have really good things to say about the job we are doing. So you should be very proud, and I want to tell you how proud I am of you as well. But we all know in the government, because you're out there on the front lines working hand to hand with people, that we are doing a lot in our communities. But we can do so much more when we have partners out there in the private sector. And we can do so much more when we look and we work with partners like the United Way, who can tell us who the good ones are and can help lead us in that direction. And can make sure that every dollar that we give is really doing some good and not, lining somebody's pocket. And that's what we want to make sure that we're doing. You have your own special causes too. And that's what I really like about the One Fund, because you can contribute to our goal as a government, but we're not telling you who to give to or how much to give, but we do want to give you a convenient way to give. And when everybody puts up a little bit, we can do a lot. So whether it's $10, whether it's $1, whether it's $10,000, every little bit helps. And I always feel a little bit better when I give. You know what they say, the Lord likes a cheerful giver. And often you see it come back to you many, many times more. And so we know how good we feel when we help people less fortunate than we. We also know we feel good when we're leveraging what the government does to do what I like to say. You're probably tired of hearing me say it, but That's okay, because our job is to make sure that people in Washington have a fair shot at a pathway to the middle class that so many of us enjoy. We know that there are many other causes like protecting and serving the environment. There are causes for the arts. There are causes for schools. There are causes to support the elderly as well. So we have more than 700 organizations that you can choose from. And it's important that you check the list. You can even check in with the causes that you're familiar with to see if they're on the list. So our goal is to raise $1 million. I know we can do it, but we can't do it just by asking today, can we? That's what many of you are coordinators, right? Are you coordinators? Okay, coordinators. Do you have your plan? Who wants to give me their pitch to their fellow employees? Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Any volunteers? David, why don't, yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, my pitch is we just how can she ever bring the races office. That's right. And my pitch is let's give one for all.
All right. All right, one for all. That sounds like a good pitch. David Dell, what do you have? Let me hear your pitch.
I am going to promote today that I'll be a fair share giver, and I hope my team follows in that lead.
All right, fair share. Anybody else?
I have a pitch to the cabinet.
All right, let's hear your pitch, Brenda.
To the cabinet, the wonderful cabinet
Uh-oh.
served by Mayor, that we're going to have 100% of all cabinet members participating in the One Fund.
100% participation. All right, that's a good pitch. Ventress, you have a pitch? Each one reach one. That's a good pitch. Anybody else have a pitch? Yes, ma'am.
When you raise the tide, all the boats float.
When you raise the tide, all the boats float. That sounds good. So let me think of one off the top. So you can go back and say, you know, I just had this meeting with the mayor, and she suggested to me that everybody sign up. 100%, I like that. So no matter what, if it's $1, if it's $5, if it's $10, everybody participates. So that's a good pitch. Now, and then you say, I'm gonna meet with the mayor again next week, and I wanna be able to tell her that we're all in. We're all in. All right, so that's a good one. That's a good lead-in, right, Brenda? We're all in to leverage what the government and the taxpayers do and be cheerful givers. Thank you, everybody.
We do want to hear from our organizations that we're working with. So I'm going to bring Rosie, and I know it's Rosie, Rosie Allen Herring up to the podium to talk to you a little bit, and she'll be followed by Barry Lenore from United Black Fund, okay?
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Oh, now, there was all this music pumping when I came through that door. So good afternoon, everyone. There you go. Well, it really is indeed a pleasure for me to be here with you and to say thank you. Because your United Way, the United Way of the National Capital Area, really counts it a joy to partner with each and every one of you and what you do with your colleagues every day to really and truly improve the lives of many in our city and to build a thriving community. I want to thank everyone who gave in last year's campaign. This is my third time coming, and I can tell you each time I get more and more energized because of citizens like yourself. As the mayor shared, we're all pretty fortunate, but there are many among us who have significant needs. And if we just stop for a moment and think about what we can do to improve the life of a child, to help someone who could not necessarily, through no fault of their own, deal with a challenge, to help someone who's elderly. Those opportunities are there. There are needs for those families, but there are opportunities for us. And so I want to thank you for what you've done. I want to thank you for what you're going to do. And I want you to know that your United Way has exciting plans and working with many of the middle schools here in the District of Columbia, and working with many of the families around workforce and financial empowerment issues, and working with, of course, nonprofit partners who are the best at what they do, who bring capacity, integrity, and credibility to the work of serving those families in this community. When you contribute to the DC One Fund, you help solve some of those challenges. You help many of those children and adults in our community. So again, I start with those two words, thank you. Thank you to Mayor Bowser for your outstanding leadership, for encouraging and sometimes challenging us to do even more. I thank you for your leadership. To Deputy Mayor Donald, you get to do this one more time. Thank you for chairing the DC One Fund campaign this year. Your campaign leadership through the years has been phenomenal, and we won't let you down this year either. Thank you to our DC One Fund partners, including United Black Fund, Joy Holland, and Lauren Vaughn from the Secretary's Office for your work on this campaign. Thank you also to Mr. Gaskins, who's always behind the scenes, but also always there. And thank you to the agency coordinators who do the work with your colleagues day in and day out. You are those boots on the ground. You are that market intelligence, but you are the ambassadors for all of what is good about DC One Fund. So let's make this the best DC One Fund campaign in history. We thank you for the opportunity to work with you, and on behalf of your United Way and the colleagues of mine that I have the pleasure of serving with every day, you have our commitment to help you build a thriving community, and we will be sure to get it right. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Let me first give honor to Almighty God, who let us come here today on a rainy day in a room full of sunshine. I want to say, Mayor Bowser, thank you for your support for this campaign, the energy you bring, but I want to recommend we can do everything we can do to make sure we get a chance to see Tony White Richardson dance to Nene before this campaign is over. So I want us to, whatever that is, I want us to all group together and get that done. Mayor Bowser is no stranger to what United Black Fund does. She's joined us with the most amazing demonstration of youth working with youth this city can produce. It's the Black History Invitational Swimming Meet held every year at the beautiful Tacoma Park Aquatic Center, where 150, 175 kids from Washington, D.C. host kids from all over the country. 22 states represented, 37 swim teams. And you know, the first rule of swimming is walk, don't run. So you know if they're doing that rule, they're not pushing, they're not shoving, they're not fighting each other, they're not cursing each other, they're not working each other over, they're working with each other, learning to work together. That's a product, in part, of the giving you do to United Black Fund, its agencies, and the hard work of the D.C. Department of Parks and Recreation. Let's give them a hand in that work. That's not the only thing we do. We have a great program. Deputy Mayor Donald's been in, in our community like she's a staff member almost of some of the things we've done. Most recently, a health fair in the community of Barry Farms. It's the first time we're taking the health professionals, all the health information to where people live, so they don't have to get up on that bus and walk a ride halfway across town to try to get some information. So this is the first time there's been a very successful health fair, health festival, back to school festival in Barry Farms, thanks in part to Deputy Mayor Donald, the Department of Health, and so many others in this administration, making things work, going to where the problems are and getting things done. Let's give them a hand. And recently, we do a lot of work with the returning citizen community. We have the best leadership in returning citizens in the nation right here in Washington, D.C. And they're struggling, they're learning, there's a lot to learn, but their heart is pure as gold. Their effort is a determined and a dedicated effort. They're going to succeed, and one of the things they've come up with is let's change the name hotspots in some communities to something like healing zones. Already that work is taking place in the city with the help and the support of this mayor. Let's give this mayor and the Department of Employment Services, Department of Recreation a big hand on that initiative. Healing Zone. Thank you, Mayor. Our theme this year at United Black Fund is we know kids, we've done a lot of work in schools. Kids spend only 20% of their growing up time in schools. So where's the 80% of the time spent? It's in their neighborhoods and homes. And so United Black Fund's goal is to find people in those neighborhoods and help them organize to get some things done, to change the dynamic, the experience, the culture of that neighborhood. 80% of the time is a lot of time to work with it. We believe if we can find somebody who's willing to do double dutch, how much does it cost to fund double dutch? Let me find somebody in that block that can get a handful of kids and some jump ropes and, let's be honest, hot dogs and some grapes, Kool-Aid, and have an event. We've got an organization right now called Black and Eyes working with 7 kids on teaching them how to play chess. They've won 9 tournaments in this city in the last year. So if we can get into those neighborhoods where kids are growing up and work directly with them and work with their families too, and find ways to change that experience, to change that milieu, to change the values, compete for the space in those communities, because we know that space is dominated now by people who don't really care about those kids very much. So we have to be there. And those agencies in this campaign, many, many agencies in this campaign are meeting that challenge. Let's give them a round of applause and join them. Your money's helping to do that. Finally, we say, I know I'm over time because we got some real stuff to raffle off, so I'm gonna wrap up now. Let me say this. You ask yourself, why do people give? And sometimes it's a fear of God. Let's be honest. Oh my God. And sometimes it's a thought that could easily be me. Or when I look down my family line, that tree, my family tree, I see that is me. That's my cousin or my brother. That's my sister, somebody I grew up with. Sometimes it's the fear of God. But I don't want us to give because we're scared. It's like my grandfather was a minister at the Alfred Street Baptist Church in Alexandria for 43 years. He was a simple, quiet minister. He's a Methodist, African Methodist minister, so he's kind of a quiet-spoken man. Read the Bible all the time, but he was quiet. And one day he said in that old building, the plaster was falling, ceiling was caving in, the Civil War church. And so he looked up and he said, we have to have a special message to people in the congregation to make a special donation. So he went through the Bible and he found all the hell and brimstone he could find. And he got all his blue chip parishioners. He had 1 or 2. The mortician was high on his list. Some businessmen in the city, had them sit in the front row. And he directed every message he could think of, hell and brimstone, to that front row. And he'd say, and God looked at it, and there was danger there. And they got through it, and God helped him. And then the lightning flashed, and the lightning almost hit him. And they got through it and so forth. And so he went through the thing, and he said, well, now, let's see who can give to this special message. And one of the mortician, who was probably the wealthiest guys, jumped up and said, I'm so inspired, minister, I'm going to give $10. And so this quiet minister looked at him, and he says, you're going to give what? And the ceiling started to fall on that poor man. And when the ceiling hit that man, he said, I'm going to make it $100. You see, we're not asking the ceiling to fall on you so you can give as much as you can. It's not the fear of God. It's the knowledge that there's hopeless right outside this door. The homeless are right outside this building. The helpless are right outside. You don't have to go anywhere to find the people who need help. And you got to want to help them. Like that lady who was picking up those starfish on the shore. When somebody says, you can't help everybody, she said, threw a starfish and I helped that one. You've got to want to help somebody. It's like that old song, if I can help somebody as I pass along. Anybody know that song? Stand up if you know that song. If I can cheer somebody, if you know that song, go and stand up. If I can cheer somebody with a word or a song. Come on, Katie, you know that song. If I can help somebody and teach somebody that they're traveling wrong, then my living shall not be in vain. Who knows that song? If you know that song, raise your hand. Stand up. Stand up if you know that song. If I can help somebody as I pass along, because you know what I'm about to do with you, Katie. Come on up here with me, Katie. Come on up here with me, Katie. And don't be ashamed. If you know something, we're going. Just join with me, Katie. If I can help.
If I can help somebody as I go along. If I can show somebody as I pass along, then my living will not be in vain.
That's the reason we give. Thank you, darling.
Okay, Barry, we'll give you a pass this time. Because what you did was give me a great lead in to say, you been to the talent show? You've seen this young lady. And we're hoping to bring up the rear this year with the talent show so we can celebrate that million. Have a good afternoon.